Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Relocate with Nat. I hope you're doing well. My name's Nat, and I'm a relocation concierge. I've been living in the Dominican Republic for 4 years. Our anniversary was just this past earlier in April. You have also been here for 4 years.
That's right.
I'd like to welcome Linda Bahar to the channel because not only is Linda, she is a podcast connoisseur. You also have your own channel that you started recently because of the Realty Group. Realty Group, not reality. The Realty Group, yes.
Yes, it is kind of like a reality group.
But it is kind of like a reality group, that's right. And Linda and I we finally connected really because we arrived about the same time. And I've said this about twice now in the last week. This part of the island is small, that you cannot see people or meet people for a very long time. And I think we only met probably 6 months ago.
That's right.
In person.
Well, we know of each other.
You know of each other, but
longer than that.
I hope what you knew was good. I knew was good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, likewise here.
And I think part of the connection was that we do see eye to eye on a lot of things when it comes to living DR.
Yes, that's correct.
We won't tell you everything today because there might be another episode on another channel at some point.
Yeah, we need to do a raw and real talk.
A raw and real talk. And part of what my the people who come to my channel is they just really want to know the real stuff. They want to know what do you like about being here, what do you not like about being here.
No sugarcoating here.
What drives you crazy?
Yeah.
So what do you love about being here? Like, what are the things that you said 4 years ago, I need to change, and this is where I'm going to start?
Yes. So obviously there is a more background of why I chose Dominican, but the reason I love this place is the 24/7 relaxed life. It's laid back lifestyle, and the weather just all year round summer.
Yeah.
300 plus days sunshine that I needed that.
Except in rainy season.
Yeah.
When it rains.
Especially this past rainy season was a long one, and because
but it's still warm though.
Spoiled here.
Yeah.
We just don't know what to do with ourselves, and it's a rainy season. But as you said, it's warm. You can still go swimming and all that. I'm like a sugar candy. I melt in the rain.
Oh goodness.
But no, for real. You're so spoiled here. So in the rainy days is I feel a little bit down, but it's a great base to stay indoor and work.
Yes.
For workaholics like myself.
I agree. Well, it's a good excuse to work because. And that's one of the things people said to me in the beginning was, well, how do you work with all this sunshine? Eventually you get used to it and you just plan your days around, making sure you get out.
Absolutely, and this all becomes natural, it becomes normal, you get used to it, we don't always go to the beach, we don't always go to the swimming pool, we still continue a normal lifestyle after so long that you live here. Fresh food, clean food is one of the other things that I absolutely adore about this country. We here in the DR, we produce more food than we can consume, so they export a lot of food to other countries. In Canada, we eat a lot of food that is imported, so there is a lot of stuff in it that is not necessarily healthy for us. So this can go on and on tomorrow if we go about the pluses that I love about this place.
And I think that's something to consider if you are thinking about coming here. So I want to hop on the real estate side just for a second and get your input. Do you think that people should come down and buy right away, or what is your theory, or what is it that you recommend to clients?
Research. Do a lot of your own research. People tend to do a lot of research, whoever is a serious buyer, because obviously money is not cheap to just invest. When I moved here, I came here and I stayed for 2 months. I had no plan of buying when I came here the first time to visit the North Coast. But I ended up purchasing and leaving just because in that 2 months I already knew the safety part of it, that the culture, I wanted to live here, was small enough of a place for me to be able to expand fast. So I ended up finding that hidden gem of myself and buying. It's going to depend for people that are investors. It's going to be different for them. They're not going to come and live here. They usually don't have the time for it. Then do your research, and if it's a good place for you to invest, go ahead. But if you're planning on moving here, it's always recommended to come check it out for yourself, see how you feel before you pull the trigger.
And really explore the different areas, because even yesterday I met some folks who are living in an area that I drive by all the time, but I didn't know anybody that lived there. And they do, and it's one of these off the road, I think it's called Bahia de Coral in Sosua.
Yeah.
I'd never heard, like I saw the sign, but I didn't, and they love it there. So it's nice to know, and there are so many areas here, if you don't explore, you won't find them.
Yeah, but listen, the most people, me and you came at the time that it was COVID.
Yeah.
Some people couldn't travel at that time.
That's
so
right.
a lot of people, what they did was they panicked and rushed to
Yes.
buy. So I had so many clients that were buying sight unseen, just solely relying
Not recommended though.
our experiences, but it was a tough time.
Yeah.
Right? People couldn't travel, some people. But now it's different.
Yeah.
Now everybody's coming here. The sight unseen purchases are going much lower unless
Yeah.
they're investors, and investors usually they know what
Yeah.
they're buying and what they're getting into. So totally different dynamic. But now we are seeing it's definitely recommended to be here and see
Yeah,
for yourself.
you need, I say to clients, you need to come for at least a month or two and really live.
Yeah.
Not because a vacation or, a 2-week, it doesn't work. It's not the same thing because you will have a tendency to wanna go and eat out more and, cause you're on
Yeah.
a vacation.
Correct.
We are not on vacation while we're living here full time.
Exactly, full time, right? There's some people,
Yeah.
folks, that they only come here 3, 4, 5 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
They're just investing and also buying themselves a quick vacation home.
Exactly.
Again, really depends on your scenarios. For sure recommend it if you can come and stay here, especially if you're a retiree and you're planning on making this place your forever destination and leaving your home country, then come, stay, figure out the areas. We have a pretty good knowledge of which areas are good for
Yeah.
folks, but it's nothing like seeing is not like
Absolutely.
hearing about
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Okay, cut.
Okay.
What drives you crazy about living here?
Motorcycle, garbage,
Motorcycles and garbage.
yeah.
Yeah, the driving.
The driving, yeah. Well, I can talk about it. It's good things that I will say. Nothing. I will not talk about what I just said earlier.
No, I think you passed me this morning on the highway.
Oh, was that you? Which one
Yeah.
was you?
In the white car.
Were you the one that I let you to get out of the gas station?
No. Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
thank
me.
you. So there are nice people here. The Canadians are the ones that let you out, that let you pass and actually use their signals. Those are the nice people. I was grateful.
You know what?
I was grateful.
Yeah, I drive a BMW, and yes, I use my signals because I
Yes.
know there is a bad perception out there that
Yeah.
BMW drivers don't
But
use
it's
their
true that the
signals.
driving, and I mean, it's getting a little quieter now. We are mid-April, so that you're seeing less volume on the road, but especially when it's in high season,
Yeah.
the volume goes up. And, I ran a networking meeting, as you know,
Mhm.
and the gentleman who spoke last month really shared some great insight on why, they drive the way they do. There's like this sense of, I don't wanna say not caring, but this sense of, well, we're gonna die anyway, so, let's live life kind of thing. So you kind of admire them for it, but it's a little bit dangerous. They're putting other people's
In
life
danger, yeah, you're gonna die one day.
Yeah.
I appreciate that opinion about themselves
Yeah.
if they're up in the age, but for example, we're still too young. I
Yeah.
don't wanna be, it doesn't matter for the age. You wanna die when your time comes, not jeopardizing that by your silly decisions of making
Absolutely.
and all that.
So what are we're in Cabarete. I'm a big fan of Cabarete.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite spots? Do you have any?
Yeah,
Gems?
sure, yes. I like drifters.
Okay,
Yeah, I like going to the drifters because they tend to be a little bit more calmer, less busier, beautiful location to hang on.
It's not too noisy either, because it's off, right, they're the last of the
Right.
bars, yeah.
And then if I really want to get a little bit further out in a less busy area, I like Wilson's.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful restaurant that you take the little
boat to, yeah.
to get there. So on its own, it's an experience. And then I love Gorditos, our neighbor next door.
Yes.
So they even made a taco, Linda.
The Linda Taco.
Linda taco.
Okay.
There we go. Because I never was a fan of taco until I got this beautiful spot, and then I started eating there. So there's a lot of places. I'm having a hard time. So many names are popping up, but the beautiful part is it's one main road, so you
Yes.
can bar hop if you want, restaurant
Yeah.
hop if you want.
There's
So
a lot of great
good
spots to go
places,
to.
Yeah.
What would be some of your top tips, like anybody who's coming down either to vacation or maybe stay long term, what were some of the things you would recommend?
Pack your barrels, depends. If you're coming for a
okay.
long term, pack barrels, pack the items that you like to bring with you. You can ask a friend, ask us, whoever that lives in the area, what items that you can't find here. I mean, Amazon delivers here, but also you don't want to keep ordering stuff after you get here from Amazon.
You can pretty much find anything you need here.
Yeah.
You can. It may not be the same quality, but you can find, that was the research we had done, is that, you know, we were gonna pack our office chairs and we were gonna pack our desks. And I said to my husband, no, but at the time we had thought of shipping down a container.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what, look, there's office furniture at these stores. If we really want these things, we can purchase them. So we let go of that idea of bringing a container.
And for those ones who, let's say you have furnitures that you're like, absolutely, I cannot let go of, there's a shipping company.
Yes.
Ship to DR, we constantly work with them. Kudos to you guys in Ship to DR. Thank you for all the hard work that these guys do. They make shipping
out of Toronto.
Seamless.
Out of Toronto.
I believe they do Montreal as well, but you can ship your stuff to their storage, worst case scenario, and they will ship it out for you. We use them in a constant basis for our clients and our personal needs. But yeah, and it doesn't cost too crazy.
No, it's
a ship container. I do believe if you want to avoid the taxes, you need to be a resident of Dominican Republic.
You can bring the container in, absolutely. But the barrels themselves, there's a no weight restriction either, right?
I believe it's 200 pounds.
Is it 200 now?
Yes, maximum. So because they manually lift them.
Okay.
So when it comes to the border, they wanna, but there's almost no way unless you're putting in like metal tools and stuff like that. Otherwise, there's no way that you can exceed the 200-pound limit.
Okay, so if you're coming long term, pack your barrels or a container if that's something.
Learning a little bit of Spanish is helpful. At least like now, I can order. I can order my food, no problem. Don't expect me more than that, but I'm still learning. So learn the basics, learn the numbers. I thought that was one of the biggest things that I was struggling with was when I was talking money. Like for example, 50, 100, 150, 200, like learn simple things. Duolingo is a great way of doing that. And then once you come and get into immerse with the culture and the people, you will improve faster.
I listen to the radio.
Yeah.
That's how I learned 94.1.
Oh, there we go.
94.1.
There we go.
I include when I was like 94, I was like, oh, that's 94. I got 90 now. Yeah. So you know that too was a good tool for me. But the language is a good one. Okay, the language is shipping
and keep an open mind.
Thank you. I love the mindset. Yes.
When we come here, we tend to see a lot of different things and we try to change it. We don't come here to change them, we come here to adapt to them.
Yes.
Right? Okay, let's
be
say
adaptable.
Yeah. For example, you come here and you see sometimes it happens people pass a red light at nighttime, right? You don't like it, but then you eventually become like them. You know, okay, if you don't like it, just don't do it.
Yeah.
But don't try to like honk or do this or do that. Don't try to change it, but just,
it's not gonna change.
Yeah, adapt to it and hope that like the more people that follows the rules, it will eventually gonna get better, right?
Yeah.
So adapt to it, so don't try to change it. They have a lot of plus sides in this country that you will learn to calm down, you know? I'm
absolutely
on that, but it's a relaxing place. So.
Yeah, well, you have to weigh that good and that bad, that relaxing and that crazy that happens sometimes.
Right.
So you happen to open a realty office.
Yes.
So in case you have any realty needs and you would like to get in touch with Linda, all her contact information will be in the description, so make sure you reach out to her and her team. They will be more than happy to give you a hand, answer any of the questions that you have. However, if you are thinking of relocating and you just don't know where to start, we can have a conversation about that. You can click on the calendar link in the box and we can book a call. It's free and I'll answer all the questions that you need. And then if you want to move on beyond that, then it's a different conversation. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks so much for being here. Whatever you choose to do, have an incredible day and we'll see you soon in the next episode. Bye for now.
Have a good day, guys.